What is up, YouTube? All my late night people that are still awake. I just had a little bit of time to kill. I figured I'd come up here, hang out with the turtles. I do have it on members only because it's in the middle of the night. I don't feel like dealing with a bunch of trolls or a bunch of crazy people in the chat. Plus, I will be able to keep up what you're saying in the chat. Good vibes. Good to see you, Angie, Mary Jane Doe. Good to see you guys. How's everyone doing out there tonight? I hope my connection's all right. I've been having a little bit of trouble today with my internet. Usually it shows me how many people's in the chat room. It's not even showing me how many people are in the chat tonight. That's a little strange and a little weird. But anyway, how are you guys doing? As you can see by the title, it is open chat, open panel, but it is members only. I am going to post a link in just a little bit. Are we good to go? Let me see a thumbs up, guys, if y'all can hear me okay out there. And we're good to go. Because like I said, it's not showing me how many people are in the room. It's a little strange. I don't see the chat moving. Am I froze? Or is everybody asleep? Okay. Or is my stuff just laggy? I think it may be a little bit on the laggy end. I'm not quite sure because I've seen people. Okay, now everything is moving. Okay, I couldn't see nothing. I was in the dark right there. I see the ones. We can hear you. Blurry. It's in and out. 60 people, 34 likes. Okay, I see 78 people in the room now. Okay, so everything must be working. I don't know. My internet is being terrible today. Cox Cable sent me some stuff saying, hey, your internet sucks. We having some outages in the area. We're trying to get it fixed soon as possible. So it's been one of those things. So when I went to do the show earlier, you got tabs open? Yes, I do. Let me close those. Okay, let me close my tabs. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I don't know. I think it's just my internet, guys. Can you take off members only, please? Facebook user says. I got it on members only. You know, if you can see me and you can talk to me, then, what does it matter? I can see what you're saying. It's just you can't talk in the chat. But that keeps all these crazy people out because I don't have a lot of mods on Dolly Uncensored, especially in the middle of the night, and I don't know what mods are on. So it's just easier to throw it on members, and that way I can keep up with what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay. Oh, I see. Caitlin, hi, Jimmy and Turtles. Hey, guys. I had a little bit of stuff I had to package, and I wanted to throw across some new concepts of what I plan on doing with the channel Dolly True Crime. Because, I use Dolly Vision mostly, and then usually late at night for the panels and things like that, I use this channel. Dolly True Crime just kind of sits a little bit. Sometimes I'll air the Dolly and PJ show there, but that's just about it. Okay. So what I'm thinking about doing with that channel is turning it into Dolly 24/7. Okay. So what it'll do is it'll air our broadcast, whatever shows we've done all night long. So it'll show replays, right? But it'll be on 24 hours. And that way, Turtles, when y'all ain't got nothing to do, y'all can hop in the chat room, chat with each other. So basically, it's like a 24-hour chat room. And at certain times of the day, I'm going to come up there live. So it'll be playing Dolly stuff all day. But then let's say like 7 o'clock every night, I'm going to pop up there live. Or 10 o'clock, I'll pop up there live for a little bit. So I will be doing some live stuff on that channel, but that channel, I'm thinking about having it run live 24 hours a day. So you can only do streams for like 12 hours. So it'll be a 12-hour stream, stop, 12-hour stream. And it just keeps going for a time. Okay. Because a lot of my videos are marked private, but I'm going to unprivate a lot of those videos. And I have thousands of videos. So basically, I have more content than a damn TV network. So I'm just going to loop all that and let you know, guys, a lot of that stuff y'all probably ain't never even seen. And it's going to run 24 hours a day on Dolly's True Crime, which is going to turn to Dolly Vision 24/7. Okay. But my main channel will still just be Dolly Vision. And of course, my panel channel, Dolly Uncensored. There's a lot. I know. There's a lot. I know. Facebook user says, "What's been up? Wow, how are you, Jimmy?" I'm doing good. I was just, running past some concepts of what I was going to do with the channels and moving forward, just planning stuff, things of that nature. Me and PJ did a show earlier. I hope you guys watched it. I know many people didn't leave comments. I always read the comments. So if you didn't leave a comment on that damn video, you better go back and leave one. Okay. So basically, I just got to package some soap and stuff tonight and hang out, kick it with you guys a little bit. I will throw up the panel link if any of you want to come up here and chop it up with me. Of course, you do have to show yourself in the backstage just so I know you're a real person. And then once you do that, you can turn your camera off just like this. Boop. No camera. See? So everybody out in the world don't have to see you. I just want to make sure you're a real person. I don't care if you look like a gremlin, as long as you're a real gremlin. Okay. Basically, like I said, I just got to package up some of this soap. And of course, thank you guys, everybody that's been ordering. You guys have been keeping me and PJ pretty busy. Okay, thank you. Um, let's see. Let me throw up the link. The mods, copy this if I have any mods in here. I know probably later today I'll mod up a few more people in here in uncensored. Okay, so I know even though because sometimes I come on at weird hours and I don't always have mods in the room. So sometimes it's easier for me, like I said, just to go members and then I ain't got to worry about it. You just do my thing and it ain't a bunch of chaos. Because if you're a member and you're paying to be here, there's really no reason for you to act up, right? So, but this is the link to get into the room right here. And I post it in the comments tab. The link to join up if you want to come in and chat with us today or early this morning. Okay. I see some of you people never sleep. All right. I thought Sassy was a mod here. You got mods. Ordered my daughter a voodoo doll. Awesome. The little voodoo dolls are so cute. Okay. All right. So we got the Queen of Extreme. All right. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Who is it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you turn my
Hold on, I
picture
got my
off?
headphones on. I can't hear.
What?
Hello, Paper Cut Tina.
Hi. Did you turn my camera off?
Yeah, your camera's on.
I can't see myself, Jimmy.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
I
I
guess
can
that
see you.
doesn't. Okay.
We
I'm
see you.
trying to find the darn thing. So the guy, the interview, Randolph. Gosh darn it.
Randolph who?
The 72-year-old that did the screeching noise of the jet and everything.
Oh, you're still on the jet kick.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, find it and play it.
All right. Let me try to find it. Oh, God. Now I got my son asking for the tablet. I'll hop back in, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye.
Later. All right. Man down. Black Hawk down. PCT just got clipped. All right. Son took her out. Took the tablet. Give it up. Right. Give it up. Thank you, Good Vibes, for posting a link. Donna says she can see Tina. Yeah, she might have been buffering. I don't know. Maybe it's everybody's internet because I heard other people today saying they were having problems with their internet. And I don't know. I just thought it was my because it keeps going in and out. So I'm going to try to do the best I can tonight, guys. So if it's some buffering or if it's blurry, uh, just deal with it best you can because it's all I can do. It ain't me, it's my internet. I got everything closed. I do have a lot of stuff hooked to my Wi-Fi, but this is like this computer's hooked up. But that's Ethernet. The only thing I really run off of Wi-Fi is my laptop here. Okay, my studio computer that's hooked up through Ethernet. No, I run my TV Wi-Fi. My TV's Wi-Fi, and this is Wi-Fi. But that's pretty much the only thing I run Wi-Fi. is the 24-hour Dolly Vision members. No, it's going to be just open. Okay. You will have to be a subscriber to chat, so you have to sub it up. That's it. I'm not going to do the members on that. You can be a member there. There may be some stuff still there that is for members over there, just a perk. So if you're a member there, stay a member. Um, but yeah, we're going to do some cool stuff there, and it's going to run 24 hours. Now, I'm not going to be live 24 hours. There's no way. Dolly got to sleep. But, I'll make sure everything's running throughout the day. I'll jump in there and do a couple, lives. And then, before I go to bed, I'll start the next playlist of videos that are going to play. So that way the channel just runs. It just goes and goes and goes like the Energizer Bunny, you know? And then, of course, all my new stuff will be on Dolly Vision. Cool. You're awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Don't be scared. Come up and hang out. If you ain't never came up onto the stream, hey, there's a first time for everything. Like I said, you don't got to show your camera picture, nothing like that. So come hang out with us. I got a little bit of time to kill tonight. Like I said, I'm just packaging soap. We went over the Delphi murder stuff earlier. I see there's a lot of people out there now talking about Kohlberger like I was, that he might not be the killer. He could be being framed like the Richard Allen guy. So I would have been here earlier, but I was cutting down sticks because I'm joining this new cult, Odinism. I'm joining the Vinlanders, or whatever the hell they're called. So if that don't work out for me, I'm going to try to join Heaven's Gate too. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Oh my God, you're silly. Panel link. This is the panel link right here. Oh, I thought somebody was asking for it. You're posting the panel link. Everybody's scared. Everybody is scared of the panel. And I don't know. On the East Coast, it's 5 o'clock in the morning too. So Dolly Vision. I went to Facebook to watch the show as I do not have membership. Okay, no biggie. Like it really don't matter where you watch from. I see all the comments, no matter where it is. So if you're watching on Facebook, I see it. And see when it comes up, it shows a little Facebook icon. Um, I'm going up after Tina comes back. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. No big rush tonight. The internet's been kind of quiet. No crazy, crazy drama today that I've seen. Good vibe says, good morning, short legs. Okay, I don't know who this is in the back. You got to show yourself in the back. You know the rules. Okay, whoever that is ain't coming in. Good try, though. Good try. See, that's what I mean about the trolls. Nah, nah, nah. Go on. Go porn bomb somebody else. It's too late in the morning for all that. Get out my backstage. Get out my backstage. If people wonder why I put it on members, that's why right there. I got a clown in the back. Okay. I got a damn clown in my backstage. What a great idea. 24-hour streaming. Love it. Thank you, Facebook user. You can, but it's on subs. We have like 6 mods. Facebook user said clowns run it for us good people. Yeah, I know. It ain't that I want to keep it on members and things like that. It's you get so many idiots that like to come in and start fights and say shit like that. Let me see. Let me kick this person out my backstage. Kick from studio. Okay, yeah, I got zero tolerance for trolls tonight. That's why it's on members. I'd rather be a quiet night with a few people in here, than it be uh chaos with people trying to start arguments and fights and saying stupid shit. I just did. There's the eject button in the backstage. I just usually don't kick people. I just let them sit there and wait, right? Patiently wait. Ooh, these pomegranate bars smell good. Hey, Paper Cut Tina.
Jesus.
Did you win the fight for tablet?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Can I swear? God.
I mean, I don't care. Just
I
not too much.
finally found the damn interview, not just the words. Okay. Oh God. Okay, here it is.
But on Sunday afternoon.
Wait, how do I make it bigger? Hold on. Isn't there a way to make the damn thing bigger? Oh God, I'm just gonna show it like this.
All right.
A screech and a whistle. What in the world is this? And I heard a boom. And my whole house shook. White says he didn't realize it was a plane at the time, so he didn't call anybody.
What did I do?
I don't know. Play the scream again.
Oh, for God's sakes!
That was a good scream. That was a good screech. He did.
Yeah, I tried to do it in your.
It's like the news. It's like the news tries to find the craziest people they can find to interview.
Yep. What? I feel like such a freaking idiot.
So now we know what a plane crash sounds like.
Yeah.
Or what does the fox sound like? It could sound just like that plane crashing.
Oh God, what?
What are you doing?
What in the hell? How can I end up on Instagram when I'm not even hitting Instagram? It's just.
I don't know, Paper Cut Tina, but yeah, we heard it.
All right.
We get the point. So yeah, he made a screeching sound. Yeah, he was definitely a character.
I guess he's viral or whatever now.
Gotta do it. Is that all I need?
Yeah, that's all you need to go viral.
Okay, we got some weirdo in the backstage.
Oh,
now I'm in the graveyard.
It's not Carl, is it? He's nice, but he makes me nervous.
I don't know who it is. They won't show themselves, so.
Oh.
So you know me. You know the rule. You got to show yourself in the backstage quick and long enough so I know you're real, and you're not a troll. Because I can look at you and tell if you're a troll. I can just look in your face and see it.
Am I a troll?
Yes.
I knew you were gonna say
that. You are a master troll, Tina.
Oh God.
Okay, we got some clowns in the back.
Okay. Oh my God! It sounds like it must be Carl.
I have no clue who it is.
What are you making anyway? Candles, soap? Which one?
I'm just packaging soap right now.
Packaging.
Yeah. Okay.
Show this dang thing for the whole thing.
Somebody says it's probably your bestie, BK. No, BK would show himself.
Yeah, he'd show plenty of himself.
Oh, did you see them? Speaking of which, did you see them pictures that surfaced to BK on the internet where he was crawling through the grass with his ankle monitor on and his boxers?
Oh my God, no!
Oh my God!
In Texas. Is he in Texas?
I guess this is you can't take this image back out your mind once you see it.
Oh my God.
It's that horrific. Okay. Somebody
What?
posted on their Facebook, on their YouTube community tab, and it said something like, "Don't believe nothing this dude says." And it's a picture of him like crawling on the ground with his boxers on and an ankle monitor.
Is he trying to kind of act?
See,
I'm not
Facebook
just
user
saying
said,
this JLR, but he's in boxers. Like, what? Why
I
is he
mean,
crawling on the ground?
this is a little bit stranger than JLR. Okay, JLR is strange, but BK is even way stranger.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. All right, I got the whole interview. Not to change your subject.
okay, all right, play it.
Oh God. Oh, there we go.
Past his house and crashing nearby, but he didn't know what it was. I'm almost October the 6th. I'll be 72 years old. Randolph White retired from his job at the paper mill in Georgetown 10 years ago. He lives in this house with his wife in a very rural area of Williamsburg County.
Sorry for the tremors.
You're good.
I don't have to worry about people that close up tight. I like space. He loves living about 2 miles away from where he grew up. Normally it's pretty quiet, but on Sunday afternoon, I was in the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard
Taking a shave?
Saw that between a screech and a whistle.
Yeah!
Boom!
Boom!
White says he didn't realize it was a plane at the time, so he didn't call anybody. The press started getting me. I thought, what's it, a meteorite coming out of space or something?
Meteorite.
It needed to be reported.
Damn, tremors. Good.
Yesterday evening, I said, the helicopters, I was out there walking. Choppers keep flying around. I said, well, somebody must have robbed the bank, killed some people or whatever.
Like robbed the bank.
So it was about the plane. The F-35B airplane wreckage created an extensive debris field. The wreckage is located off Old Georgetown Road. Military security is very tight, with numerous red and white signs on the side of the road that read, "No trespassing. This area has been designated a national defense area." God, through the grace of God, nobody didn't get hurt. Because the church right up there, about a half mile. About a mile of Old Georgetown Road will be closed for an unknown period of time. Anything man-made can malfunction. So he tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. But it needs to be investigated, and the public needs to know what really happened. It shouldn't be kept a secret what happened. Because, it could have been a major disaster. And we have all of the information that we have been able to gather about this crash at our website. Just log on to counton2.com.
I just had
in Williamsburg County. I'm Raymond.
Okay. Unbelievably. And now we know what a crashing plane sounds like. If we ever hear that noise again, it's either that guy or a crashing jet. Okay.
Yeah, the cat was under my dress, like his whole body, and he was getting his claws in. So he had a dress on, and he's just like, what a nutcase. All right, I hope the chat and everyone enjoyed that. I did.
It crashed in South Carolina, right?
Yeah, in Williamsburg County. I don't know where that is, of course, but yeah.
I'm still in it. That needs to be what we do when somebody super chats. His face needs to come up and he needs to make that sound. Somebody clip it for me and send it to me. I'm going to add it to my thing so when people super chat, he can pop up on the screen and make his squeaking sound.
You are not. You're just
I
saying.
am. No, that sounds like a good one. There we go.
I think you should do it, but you're not going to do it.
That'll be the new notification. That's the sound of when people donate. There we go.
Oh, that's in India town, South Carolina. India town.
So I was right about
where that is?
Yeah, he sounded country as hell. I knew he was somewhere deep south.
Yeah, and he's like taking a shave in the bathroom or whatever.
A shave.
Having a shave.
Taking a big.
That's what I thought.
Who takes a shave?
I thought he was going to say that. I was taking but he's funny.
That's what he was about to say. He called himself, so he's like, I was taking a shave. We know what he was doing. And I heard this noise. And he was like, Too good. Too good. Too
He has
good.
the whitest teeth too when he does that. He's like,
Old country man been living there eating damn good all his life. Probably healthy as hell.
I know. He doesn't look 72, really, you know?
I know, he's looking better health than me. I'm like about to die over here. He's 30 years older.
I know.
Sound like Georgia Deep South, Facebook user says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, not that deep. I'm deep South, Georgia.
So I'll read, since we're on that topic, no one else is up. I thinking you won't mind.
Oh, I don't care.
All right. Is a guy that used to work for where the heck is it here? I have different colored pens. Okay, here it is. His name's Dan Grazer. He's from the Department of Defense's system. Oh, no. He says the Department of Defense's system is flagged with cybersecurity. Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, vulnerabilities. There are thousands of penetration points, weaknesses, and the entire enterprise that a hacker could access. I mean, this is why it's serious. He is the spokesperson of the operational security something. I can't read my own writing. I'm sorry. They will not discuss the cyber capabilities or the protection measures. The Pentagon is calling it a mishap.
Okay. So it wasn't a cyber attack, it was just an accident.
No, it could have been. But the Pentagon, they're kind of glossing over it, Okay, this is who he is. The guy okay, so because tests were done on this what am I saying? Whatever flight jet it is. Now I can't remember the letter. B-35 in 2017. A former Marine, Dan Grazer, works at the Defense Watchdog office and did a report in 2019. And he's the one that says
cyber attacks.
Yeah, but he's got a lot more. Oh dear.
I mean, if that was the case, if it was a cyber attack, why didn't they take all the planes down? Why did they just take the one down? Because there was other planes flying with it.
Well, they've been skipping. There's been problems with this plane.
All right, we got short legs in the back. Hold on. Hey, short legs.
Hi, Lori.
Hey, it's me.
Okay. What's going on?
Nothing. I was just thinking that maybe the Kohlberger guy might have had a connection to something like the Odinism.
Oh yeah, I
the
know. Maybe
paganism.
so. It's these ritualistic holidays that they like to kill people on.
See, now I'm wondering how much the detectives are hiding from us.
They be lying. They be lying all the time.
They held back all that information. It might have been easier to find this guy if people knew he was there was some type of ritual done.
Yeah, I think so too. So why, they wanted to overlook that and just go for, because they knew these other people didn't fit that persona. And if it was a ritual and you got some people that ain't involved in rituals, how could they have done it?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and didn't Kohlberger really stab?
Could have eliminated people.
Up people really, like, he didn't just stab them, didn't he? if it's Koberger, I mean, whoever it is, weren't they really like kind of sliced and diced, so to speak?
Some of the wounds were called gashes. They wasn't even like
They
stabs. They
didn't
said they were
say if
gashes.
they were
Right.
positioned in a ritualistic way.
No.
No, I don't think the Kohlberger people were. I don't think he placed them and stuff like that. I think he just killed them and got the hell out of
No.
there.
I don't think Koberger really has anything to do with Odinism, but that's just my. Well, we don't even know if it's Koberger now at this point. I mean, do we or do we? I mean, do you think so, Lori? Do you think it's
Oh, yes.
completely
yes.
Koberger? You do?
Oh, yeah. It was his car coming and going, caught on surveillance cameras.
Yeah, but how does he not, like Jimmy was saying, how does he not have a blood trail? Like, and anything on his, well, if he had those.
Well, when I saw the
on,
pictures, it was clearly a blood trail. So that's something that,
outside the house?
I don't know why people are saying there was no blood trail.
Well, I didn't mean to
the
say
pictures,
that. I meant footprints.
The pictures with those little the pictures with those little yellow things, markers on them, that was the trail.
I didn't see no trails outside the house. I seen the little markers on the door, but not outside the house.
There was markers on the ground.
I'll have to go back and look. We'll go back and review all that soon anyway. But we'll be going over the Kohlberger stuff some more, so.
There could have been those booty things that he wears, right, Lori? Those booty things, since you feel that he did it. Those wouldn't leave, well, they would leave prints, wouldn't they?
No, I think he did it on his tiptoes with socks on.
What?
I said that in the beginning. Yes.
He did it on his tiptoes.
Lori.
With his socks on. Yes.
That's funny.
I said that in the beginning. That's how criminals do it.
Oh, now I know how to do it.
It's too damn slippery. He's gonna run through the kitchen in his socks?
Yes.
No. Unless there was like carpet in that kitchen.
He wouldn't leave the sides of his foot. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I can see him being
they didn't find no bloody clothes. Or nothing.
Yeah.
What did he do with the knife? What did he do with his clothes? How come there ain't no blood in the car?
They found his clothes at the house in Pennsylvania, the black clothes.
Did they have any blood on them? Everybody got black clothes.
No, they were washed, so I don't know if they still had any blood on them or not. They didn't say.
There we go.
But they found a knife. They didn't say it was the knife.
That's right.
And they found clothes, but they didn't say it was the clothes, but black clothing they found.
Well, I think it was him, Lori, but I think he had some help. Or at least, like I said, that guy in the brown jacket, he was the lookout guy. I mean, it was blaring us all in the face.
It's possible there was a lookout.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know about that one. Because usually when there's a co-conspirator, them are the ones that tell on you.
When there's drugs involved, it gets complicated, because people do things for drugs when they're addicted.
That is true. Absolutely. I don't know. I think they were selling some type of drugs out of that house, me, myself.
Yeah.
Did y'all see where Ethan Chapin's mom was at CrimeCon and spoke?
I heard that. I didn't know she spoke. That's
neat. She got up and talked about how
the kids were. The CrimeCon?
CrimeCon.
Yeah. Hey guys, so I'm thinking about going to the next one's in Nashville next year, so it's 365 days away. So I plan on going and renting a booth and putting a dolly booth at CrimeCon next year in Nashville. Okay.
Wow.
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it's like over $1,000 to get the booth, and then I think tickets for
Oh,
a
wow.
platinum ticket is like 1,500. So they go 300, 700, 1,500, and then it's $1,000 to get a 10x10 vendors booth. So I plan on going next year, setting up a dolly booth, which I'll, have my stuff out there, stickers and
Oh, yeah, you
giveaways
could bring T-shirts and all
yeah, and a
that.
bunch of stuff like
Yeah.
that just to promote the channel and things
So,
like that.
Oh,
So I
wow.
didn't know about the CrimeCon this year. So, but I
Right.
know about the one next year, and I guarantee you we're going to be there. Turtles will be representing in 2024. Okay, so we're going to set that up. We'll have us a big booth at CrimeCon, all that stuff
and
with free dolly
Cool.
stickers, and we're giving away soap samples. And I've already talked to some other YouTubers that might go in half with me. We might
Mm-hmm.
split it. So there may be
that's good.
me. There may be me out there. It might be damn perplex. It may be a few other people with me, and we split the cost of it, and we go out there and represent our YouTube channels at CrimeCon in Nashville.
That's cool.
So you'll get live broadcasts from there and different things as we, I don't know who's going to be there as their speakers next year, but next year they'll have the baddest person on the planet, Dolly. Okay.
Dolly!
That'll go
You do
viral.
it now, Lori. Lori, you do it now.
Oh, gosh.
Well, all I have to do is switch my Kittenville to true crime. I'm already being asked to do that. I am on my channel, but
True
what am I
crime.
going to do? Just talk about the same thing everybody does? Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
blah,
everybody
blah,
does
blah.
on the internet.
What? What?
That's
What'd
what
you say?
everybody does. Everybody just talks about the same shit and puts their opinion on it. That's really what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Like you, I can only
The only person's
hear so
opinions out
much.
there that's ever right is mine.
Oh my gosh. You're so
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's just like, I mean,
Oh, my.
that's why I don't hop over to a lot of different channels during the day because people are talking about the same thing. And it's okay. It's their twist on it in the chat. Everyone gets to say hi. I don't have time for that.
Oh Lord.
Well, I don't. I'm damn busy. Been on the phone today and I'm dealing with things and oh God.
Yeah. So what
Well,
do y'all
that's
think
why
about?
I bleeped off of the Facebook because, my phone was dinging and dinging. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like people sending me messages last night, and I was trying to sleep. That shit was dinging off the hook. I was like, oh my god.
I got suspended, Jimmy, off of your Dolly Vision grapefruit grape Dolly Vision group.
Facebook?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got suspended, not kicked off. And I think it's because
wow.
I well, it's my fault. I went ahead and I said, I typed, I hope it's okay if I show the newborn kittens for a day. And then I didn't take it down and I got in trouble. So I'm suspended till October 20th.
Who suspended you though?
I don't want to say. I'm pretty sure I know though.
Oh,
It's not, I don't think it's PJ. I'll say that right here.
okay. I don't know how you got suspended.
I got suspended. So I can read and everything, but I can't post a cotton picking thing.
Oh
That's
Lord.
okay. I got my slap on the wrist.
Oh, geez.
There's consequences for
Well,
everything in this world.
I've really seen all sorts of stuff being posted on there.
Well,
Well,
I don't
It,
anymore.
it's initially for missing kids, missing children.
Yeah.
That's
well,
how it started out.
no, it's
But
about Dolly Vision stuff, to share Dolly Vision stuff.
people are putting a lot of crime on there. That's
Oh, I think
terrible.
people think crime is okay to be on there. I'm seeing constant crime on there and turtles,
Well,
and crime. That's all I
that's
see.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's to crime is what we want up there. News, things of that
Mhm.
nature. We try to avoid shit that don't have nothing to do with Dolly Vision or true crime.
Right.
You
Like
know,
kittens.
we don't like kittens. We don't want you posting what you had for dinner up there. You know what I'm saying? Keep it. If you want to talk about a killing or a crime that took part in your city and sharing that, yeah. It's to share
Yeah.
true crime and stuff about Dolly Vision videos and things of that nature. It ain't really the like.
Yeah.
Unless we post about cats, hey, let us see your cats, and then you could post your cats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Jimmy's allergic to them. Let's talk about let's send him a cat. Let's, it'd end up killing you. People
You're
don't.
gonna
Right?
have to give away your precious kittens. You
No,
can't
I'm
keep
not
all
giving
those
away.
cats.
Hell no. I'm just stuck with even more cats now.
You
How
can't
But
can
keep.
you?
What did that cat? What if it has
No,
like
you
12
can't
cats?
keep them.
no, I'm keeping them. My
not big
daughter would
enough.
flip out when they were born. She was like, "We're keeping them, right, Mom?" And I said, "Well,
Keep
yeah,
all them cats.
probably." That's what I said.
You know what I found out?
But they're
This is
Cats
indoors.
have
way
a
off the
lot. Cats
topic.
have a lot of kittens.
This is way off the topic, but I have to say it. My son plays on the internet a lot, and he told me he had a girlfriend, and I didn't believe him. And then today, he's like, "Here, talk to my girlfriend," and she's talking away to me. I'm like, "Oh my God, she's real!" I couldn't believe it. And
Wow.
she's just as big as he is, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And she lives
Your
in
son's a player.
she lives in a pretty far away though. But I was like,
Well,
"Holy mackerel!"
he has a little virtual girlfriend. Ain't nothing wrong with that these days.
Yeah, and that's safe. He's talking to girls. My son wants to do the dating site thing, and I said, "Not while you're living here. I just can't have random."
Well, I don't know how he found her or anything. Just playing
Yeah,
video games. They
Yeah,
got along.
they
too
probably play
many
games
weirdos.
together.
What?
I used to play video games with chicks all the time. There's a lot of girls that play games.
Yeah, well, that's okay. But if they're looking like practically for a mate, it's kind of a whole different.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for a mate, ain't you looking for a mate that has things in common with you? If you like playing
Oh
video
yeah,
games, don't you think you like to hang out with other people that like to play video games? Yeah, that's just the way it is.
yeah. It's because he's vulnerable with his autism, and I don't want someone to scam him. At least not while he's living with me and be like, "Oh, you get, you get SSI. Oh, and then I don't know. It's like I don't trust random
Yeah,
people
My
anymore."
my
and
son's school taught him a lot.
there's crazy people out there that will, you got to watch them
Mhm.
like.
Well, trusting, it's like he's even used the words to me, "Well, I can see him. I can see him. Oh no." I'm like, "What? Just because you can see someone doesn't mean they're trustworthy."
That's right.
No different than, being in a bar these days and meeting a guy or something. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
So you're not trusting him. Well, he has to play video games once in a while, right? Or
No,
doesn't
he
he
plays his games. No, he plays
doesn't he
his
get mad at
games.
you if you like interfere? Because I know my son got mad at me a few times.
Oh, no. My son plays his games and things like that, but he wants to have his own apartment someday, and
That's how
he
my
can
boy met someone,
do his thing. Yeah. No, my son plays games and he has guy friends, that he knows and stuff like that. He's got anxiety really bad, so he doesn't even open up to a lot of that. But anyway, let's talk about true crime. You guys want to?
I haven't played no online video games in like months. I used to play all the time. I used to stream late at night video games. I used to stream during the day, like whatever I was talking about, and then late at night I would just sit around and play video games. I don't do that
I saw
anymore.
some of your fighter ones. The MMA, the MMA.
Oh, I used to play the UFC game.
Or UFC. What's the difference between UFC and MMA?
It's basically the same thing.
Okay, that's what
But I used to play the UFC game online all the time.
Well, MMA is mixed martial arts.
That and Fortnite. I play Fortnite a lot.
Right.
Which I haven't played in a long time. I wouldn't mind playing a few games of Fortnite.
What does UFC stand for? Is that United something?
No, Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Oh, Ultimate. Fighting
Yeah.
Championship. Okay.
Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC.
I hate violence, but honestly, I enjoy watching that because it's so real. And the referees in there before the guy is killed on the ground, basically being pummeled, they put a stop to it to save the guy's or the woman's life. Yeah,
Okay.
probably more than pummeled.
All right, y'all give me a second. I'm going to open up the chat room for everybody.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. How old is your son, Lori? Is he early
22.
20s? 22. My son's 27. He'll be 28 in. It's crazy. I was 33 when I had him, and he's going to be 28 in this December. It's crazy.
I'm trying to think. I was 33 or 34 when I had my boy.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And that's your only child, right?
Yeah, I only had one.
I thought I was only going to have one.
After I had this one was so tough and rough. I'm like, oh God, I just would never have another one.
Wow.
Yeah, I always say he equals 10 normal kids.
Wow.
He had these developmental delays similar to your son.
Yeah, mine didn't. I mean,
And
it didn't
so
happen
many
to my son till
kids
he
are
was
getting
a
it.
teen. Yeah,
I
was
mean,
yours a teen with the onset, or was he born?
no, he was born with it. Born
Yes, my
slower.
son wasn't. I'm telling you, he wasn't. He was real. Well, yeah,
Well,
he
he
was born with
started showing
ADHD.
signs I think about 2.5.
Yeah, my son had ADHD super bad when he was 5, but that's it. No OCD, no anxiety, no, nothing else. But anyway, so we should talk about true crime, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
That should let
I don't know what
everybody in
we should
there.
talk about.
TJ, you better go your ass to bed. Oh, wait.
mm.
It's time for you to go to work.
I just don't think I want to talk about Odinism, if that's okay with Lori.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Voodoo. All right.
It's just too much. It's just too, and honestly, you guys, I'm not just saying this. It's hard for me because my son, he thinks that's how he's going to, die. Because he saw a thing on the internet like 8 years ago. And I'm like, no, you're not. And you don't know. And
He thinks Odinism is going to get him?
Somebody, he thinks he's going to be, he draws pictures and everything.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lovely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He
PJ
might
says,
need
LOL, I'm
a
getting
better
up to work.
group.
Oh, okay. Cool.
A better
Yeah.
gamer group.
Well,
Huh?
I got all the soap packaged and shrink wrapped. Everything I was supposed to get done, I got done. So good to go.
That was fast.
What? I know I've gotten faster at bagging them and shrink wrapping them. I mean, I
Wow.
only do. I'm constantly doing it, so eventually you get quick at it. Plus, I just bought this new shrink wrapper sealer, and it works pretty good. It works better than my old one back here.
Wow.
And I left a message, I think, about someone in the chat keeps asking for, I think it's Armani soap again.
I got it. It's in stock. I made a ton of it.
Salmani.
Okay, have PJ put it on the
It's on the
on
site.
this website.
It's on the site. Hold on.
It's not on there. I looked.
The Armani soap ain't?
No?
I think it is. I might be wrong, but I thought it was
Not
up there.
unless she just put it on there, like within the last, I don't know, 6 hours.
Angel says, Dolly, you should have a Turtle Island channel. Well, Turtle Island, we're going to be picking the cast here this week coming up. So, y'all know who the cast is soon.
Do we
Or
get
the
to
lab.
pick? Do
What
we
was
get
the
to pick
lab
a
soap?
channel?
Huh?
Don't
The
we get to
lab
pick a
soap.
channel? Oh, sorry.
The lab soap. I don't have any cool one, I don't think.
Don't we
I mean,
get
I
to
could
vote
make it.
in a channel, Jimmy?
Well, yeah, there's always a couple
What,
open
what
spots
does
for
that
voting in
mean? Vote
channels.
in a channel.
Well, I mean, like people vote. I wanted to vote Tattooed Rebel. He's been really, really working hard and pulling
What would,
some good true crime stuff.
well, when the cast is announced, there's always a couple spots open for people to be voted on. The same way we've done both
Okay.
seasons. You know, there's always a couple blanks, so that way people get voted on in the beginning. All right. So, but the majority of the cast will be picked sometime next week.
Okay. Oh, so you guys are picking it. Okay. I
For
see.
the new Turtle Island?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, for Turtle Island 3.
Oh, okay.
So there's going to be a couple of twists and turns to Turtle Island 3. We're going to pick a new cast. Like I said, it's not going to be a lot of big channels. You know, we're going to try to stay away from the bigger channels to give some smaller people some exposure.
I put White Boy on there, but he's in jail right now.
White Boy's an idiot.
He's back in jail?
Yeah. Back in
Yeah,
jail.
Wow.
he was driving on the revoke, but driving to work.
Hey,
Some states allow you to drive to work and back, but I guess he had an issue with it. I don't know.
Hmm.
well, yeah, I mean, you know, it violated his probation. When you're on probation, you ain't
Yeah,
supposed to be driving around with no license.
he was on probation. Yeah.
Yep, locked him up for that violation and driving on suspended. And that's why he's up in there with no bond. Hating it. Trays. So,
Trays, yep.
I mean, look, if I just got out of prison or did all this jail time and they're like, okay, look, be good, don't drive, I ain't driving. Call it Uber, right? Now you got to pay
Yeah.
thousands in court costs, sit in jail. You could have spent $5 on an Uber and been at work.
Mm. Oops. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he did that to himself. And I heard
You
his
got,
old lady talking about how she was doo-dooing, so she couldn't take him.
there's a
They
horrific
had a
story.
they had a stomach virus at the
So
time.
basically,
Yeah.
she was taking a douche, and he drove himself, and he's in jail. Yeah, I know the deal.
Wow.
Yep.
On a darker note, you guys, there's a horrific story out there. I haven't even watched it because you have to hit like 18 and over and graphic and all this on the video and trigger warning. It's about a woman that's so delusional. I don't even know if I should say it. She eats her baby.
Wow.
Yeah. And since you do Odinism talk and everything, I'm like, well, I'll just bring it up. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. It was sent to me on my messenger. I can send it to you, Jimmy, if you want to see
Well,
it.
in the wild, there's animals that eat their babies.
I don't know. People sending stuff like that, it's just awful.
Yeah,
Hey, how
well,
you doing today? Here's a video of a baby getting
it's
eaten.
just another true crime. It's not a movie. It's just another true crime case like all the other crazy ones out there.
Yeah.
People true crime and you pull up stuff all the time.
Yeah, definitely. You pull up true crime, there's going to be a lot of stuff about people doing terrible, horrible stuff to kids. Yeah. So
and stuff's getting weirder these days. Like it's just weirder.
I don't
definitely.
know. I can understand how anyone could hurt a precious little baby. I just can't even imagine.
They're sickos. They're just absolutely
How
sick in the head.
somebody could be so disconnected from reality and feelings and could hurt their own little baby. It's just freaks me out.
Mm-hmm. I can't even kill a bug.
I killed a spider earlier. It was either him or me.
Oh God.
And I'm still here. So somebody tells you the spider didn't fare too well.
Oh, is that my cat? Is that Rose?
Huh? What is up, Winnie the Pooh? Sidekick, Kaylin. Good to see you guys in the chat.
Oh, it's Rose. Come on, Rose.
Remember I mentioned the girl that shot herself in front of the deputy?
Yeah.
That's her.
Okay. Okay.
So it really happened. Mom of girl 14 who died by suicide in front of deputies says, I'm angry with those that hurt my baby. Wow.
People are, I think that's one of the biggest problems in this country is mental health. People are like, they don't have a good psychiatrist, or they're not getting the right mental treatment, or they're on the wrong meds, and then they just flip out and do some crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm. This is the one I wanted to read if I could, you guys. Indiana baby found with more than 50 rat bites covering his body.
Damn.
Yeah, Evansville police
God.
officers were called to the baby boy's home on September 13th after his father discovered the 6-month-old covered in blood in his bassinet. 3 people in Evansville, Indiana, have been charged with child neglect after an infant under their care almost died after experiencing more than 50 rat bites. So he didn't die. That's good. It says that David Schoenbaum called the Evansville Police Department to his home on September 13th after he discovered his 6-month-old son covered in blood in his bassinet. He's since been arrested. But anyway.
That happens, in New York City all the time. The babies get bit by rats.
That's just so disgusting. But this
Not
is how,
50 times.
well, this is how they got figured out. The 2 little other girls that live in, because I read this earlier. The outlet reported that police found what looked like rodent footprints in the blood in the bassinet. They also saw cluttered trash and discarded food all over the room that appeared to have been partially eaten by rodents, as well as rodent feces. Schoenbaum told the officers that he had been using Terminix to treat a rat and mice infestation in his home since March. This man, he's the one that called the police and has since been arrested, along with his wife and some other people that live there with their children.
All he had to do was get a cat.
You're right. So he said the EPD said that the infant had more than 50 bites on his forehead, cheek, nose, thigh, foot, and toes. That's so sad. I nearly cried when I read this.
They were trying to eat the baby.
Yeah. The child also had bites all along his right elbow down to his hand with his finger bones exposed.
Ew.
I mean, it suffered, he suffered. Anyway, the baby's temperature at the time was 93.5 to 97.5.
I would think the child would be screaming.
But later required a blood transfusion because of how much blood he lost. The baby was transported to a nearby hospital before he was flown to another hospital in Indianapolis. Anna Gray said Friday that the child has since been released from the hospital. So that's good. And then this is the wife. And then listen to the rest of this. According
How could
to,
they not know their baby was getting bit up? They just never checked on the baby?
Well, that's not the only ones that were getting bitten up. So on top of it, David and his wife, Angel Schoenbaum, were living at the home with their 6-month-old son, as well as a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. Okay, so they have 3 kids, plus Angel's sister, Delana Thurman, and her 2 kids, which were a 2 and a 5-year-old. And the house is puny. I'll show you.
Oh,
so
Lord.
The children went to school.
They need to be in jail.
They are. Or the other lady is. The children were telling their teachers on September 1st that mice bit their toes while they were sleeping. Thurman told the DCS worker that the marks on her child's toes were most likely scratches from the bed frame. The outlet reported. The case manager then proceeded to go over a safety plan and scheduled another visit on September 14th. So CPS was involved.
Okay. And they still couldn't get the rat problem under control.
Right. And then this is the other woman that was living there, her sister. And the only reason that we even knew about it was because the dad woke up and the baby was covered in blood. That was our first involvement. We should have been involved. Someone should have picked up the phone and called us prior to that. Anyway, it says a little.
Well, do you know, like, I found out that a lot of people do not like the glue traps. They think it's cruel to catch an animal on a glue trap.
That's the house.
Because they don't die right away. So they switch to the poison traps, and the poison traps aren't as good as the glue traps. If Terminex was there, there's no way that a rat could have gotten to the baby. So I think that guy's lying.
I don't know, man. If you cut the lights off and the things come out and there's millions of them and you ain't, because rats breed so fast and so do mice. Like you could have an infestation of mice, especially if you live near a field, in a matter of weeks.
Yep, and I always thought they came out at night.
It had to be a rat
they
because
come out during the day
mice
too.
don't bite like that. I catch these things every day and pick them up and put them back outside. The cats bring them in.
They will bite if they're not like, if you just laying there still and they can nibble.
Right.
They might not bite you moving, but they sit laid there still like you were dead. Yeah, they'll nibble on you. Rats that eat you. We know that.
Oh.
And they carry all kinds of damn diseases. Let's don't forget the Black Plague.
Yeah, there was a house
That's so funny to me because I live by the forest and it used to be a big field here, cornfield, but now there's houses there and I've had all sorts of things all around the house and in the house, and we use Terminex, and believe me, it works. It helps
I was
a
working
lot.
at this house that was next door to it was a cedar shaped siding house. It was like a wood house with like the cedar on it, and they had a woodpecker problem, and these woodpeckers were pecking holes in their house. And I mean, there was holes all in the house.
Wow.
Yeah, and then all day long the dude said, "I'll be in my house." It sounds like somebody's knocking on the walls from multiple places in the house because that many woodpeckers would fly to his house and peck holes in. And I mean, literally, you could look at the side of his house, and there was literally like 100 holes in his house where the woodpeckers had pecked holes in his house.
Wow, that's a lot, though.
That is.
Well, I mean, the only way to fix that is to get out there and kill birds that you ain't allowed to kill, or vinyl side your house, change it so the birds don't peck it apart. But they're literally just pecking the whole house apart, and it's a big ass 2-story house.
And they still will peck at the siding, and you had like almost like a drill going.
I know, it's crazy.
Try. They still try. It's like
Kaylin says, "Gotta get to work. Thank you for a great chat. Have a great day, everyone." Hi, Kaylin. Have a good day at work. Don't work too hard.
Hi, Kaylin. Have a nice day.
Be safe getting there, and be careful out there. And hopefully your job's easy. You don't work hard like Dolly. My bad back. I work 23 hours a day. The struggle is real. Bye, girl. Have a good one.
You don't sleep, so.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
He sleeps all day.
I sleep all day.
That's what he says, anyway.
My schedule's been messed up. I ain't been going to sleep till like 10 o'clock a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been staying up late here lately. I don't know why. It's just been crazy. I don't My schedule's off.
Now, one thing I read in here, you guys, is this
Time
woman
balance plan.
waterboarded her baby and put it in the freezer. No, guess how much time she got? You won't even be able to guess. You won't
I
even
don't
be able
know.
to guess. Well, guess.
10 years.
Less.
5 years.
Less.
2 years.
Less.
90 days in jail.
Less.
You got less probation?
She got less than 90 days. She got less than 60 days.
Wow.
So it's disgusting. And I'm going to pull it up. It's right here. I thought it was a typo or a type error. Like I really did. I was like, what on earth am I reading? Right here. Mom sentenced to 30 days in jail for waterboarding baby, putting him in freezer. Right here.
30. That just seems insane.
For waterboarding? No way.
Well, it says it.
They need
I
a
guess
water.
the
They need to
child
waterboard her.
didn't die.
They need to waterboard her, though.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, this is what it says. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
An Oregon woman was sentenced to 30 days in jail on Tuesday, September 12th, for waterboarding her infant son and placing him in a freezer in 2021 to see if the child's father would notice.
What?
A spokesperson for the Multnomah County
Be like, hey,
Sheriff's.
babe, is that my son next to the ice trays?
Oh, God.
That's disgracing me.
Oh my God.
It is. Okay, so then it says Charday McDonald, 30 years old, was sentenced and booked on September 12th for first-degree criminal mistreatment. I don't even know how you would get 30 days for even that. Anyway, and tampering with a witness the next day. The witness tampering charge was related to a separate incident. Now, then it says McDonald will also be on supervised probation for 3 years following her release. And that's all they have on it. Are you kidding me?
Wow. You waterboard your baby and put it in the freezer and they give you 30 days?
Yeah, like I could not even believe it.
I'm facing longer than that. I'm facing longer than that in Georgia.
What?
I'm facing longer than that in Georgia, and I didn't put no baby in the freezer.
Yeah.
That right there is insane. I would be thinking 30 years in prison, 10 years in prison. When you said 30 days in jail, I was like, what?
That's why I knew you guys wouldn't be able to guess it. It's beyond outrageous.
I know. I almost made that noise that the dude made when the airplane crashed.
Can you look up that case about the special ed child who was left in the car and died? I thought they gave the mother a sentence for that.
Special ed child that was left in the car to die. Huh.
Yeah. Did you hear about that one, Papercut?
Did you say the child and the puppy? That one?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about a puppy.
Yeah, I heard about that one when a kid and a dog died in the car.
Yeah, a puppy, a 6-month-old. Was it the baby or the puppy was 6 months?
The mother.
Both of them. What's up there?
No, I didn't hear about that one.
I don't think I heard about yours. And now on Court TV, I haven't been following it, but I'm going to start tomorrow or today. The Maya, I guess she committed suicide. I don't know how. I think in her teens. Why now? Is with a stepmother. Oh, it was a Munchausen thing, you know. Is it? How do you pronounce that, Lori? Munchausen?
Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, something to do with that. So this lady is on trial now for that. It's just, boy.
Yeah, that's when there's nothing wrong with your child, but you heard it and then bring it to the hospital and
Yeah, or
try to
make it sick so you can treat it with stuff. Yeah, because you need
Mhm.
attention.
Yeah.
Or also, don't you just keep bringing it and have them run tests? Like, you don't always hurt it first, do you? That's what I thought anyway.
I remember that one lady, she kept bringing her child to the hospital blue, and then they even did a heart operation on her.
Oh,
And then they found out it was the Munchausen syndrome because she was always in the hospital with her. And
That's crazy.
they put the child in foster care, and the child was fine.
wow. And then
Yeah.
that reminds me of that lady that fed her son salt. We're talking a ton of it. And
Oh, I didn't see that one.
She had the Munchausen, not monks, the Munchausen.
They would be able to know by the blood. Yeah.
Munch. What?
You could work on your own time, Tina. I'm just messing with you.
I'm sorry.
It's Munchausen
Yeah, I don't know
syndrome,
what goes through
not
people.
monk. What?
I don't know how people would hurt their kids, but it's a lot of it. You know, we see women, fake kids being sick, like y'all were just saying. You see mothers throw their kids in the dumpsters, and like you see, look at like Casey Anthony. Let me, get rid of my kids so I can go party.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it just seems not to really put these people away. They don't treat them like they're killers. They, look at Casey Anthony. She's living her best life, and look what she did. And I think,
Yeah.
Leilani, I think in the end, Leilani, even in Georgia, she's only going to get about 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, how on earth really did Casey Anthony? I mean, was that money, you guys? I mean, did someone pay that? I mean, how did she get off of that? That was horrible day.
I heard he was messing with her lawyer at one point.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
That's how she was making the lawyer payments. That's what I heard. That's why she had
She
such a
got
good
off
lawyer.
because she said the child drowned and they didn't know what to do. And in Florida, there's enormous amount of kids that drown, so it was a common thing, so she got off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was proof with chlorophyll and everything, wasn't there?
There ain't going to be no proof in the Leilani case like that over Quentin. It's going to end up the same way.
Well, there was no proof of that because the baby was found too late. There was nothing left of it, just bones.
Yeah, but what about the duct tape that was on that baby in the Casey Anthony case? They had duct tape on it.
And the sticker.
They did find duct tape, yeah.
The heart sticker from her house or whatever.
So that was a terrible one too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, in the end, I know I'm going to be mad over the outcome of the Leilani trial in Georgia because she's not going to spend the rest of her life in prison, and that's what she should get. But I don't feel that's going to be the case because it took so long for them to find little baby Q and the condition his body's in. It's hard to tell how he died. She could say the same thing. He drowned in the pool. He drowned in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I thought somebody said Quentin was drowned in the sink.
I don't know. I've never heard that.
How would
she didn't even clean anything up.
The police are saying he died from blunt force trauma, that he was hit with something. That's what the police are saying.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So if she goes there and says, "Look, he drowned. I disposed of his body."
They were in there with luminol, so they found he probably was injured a few times, and they found the blood. Probably. But
yeah, but if they would have went in there and found blood when he was missing, she would have went to jail. I don't think they have any blood or anything from inside the house because they didn't have enough to arrest Leilani on. If they would have had those things, they would have had enough to arrest her on. There's damn blood's in the house. So they got whatever she wrote in them journals, but you can believe that Billy Joe handed over them journals. You can believe she tore out anything that would hurt Leilani.
Oh, she might.
Yeah.
Wait, no, LE has said Quentin died in the sink. I've never heard that. I was
Me
there and
neither.
I've never heard anybody say, do I live in a parallel universe or something? I've never heard anybody say he died in a sink. Where are y'all
There
hearing this
was
at?
there
Parallel.
was something about that somewhere. I don't know who released that, but I
I've
definitely
never
saw
heard
it
that.
somewhere.
Somebody else in the chat said it too, so maybe there's somebody else has said it, but I don't know about that one. I mean, I never heard not one word about the sink. Now, about the pool I heard about, because the pool was so damn dirty and they were swimming in it. But I've never heard nothing about the sink. Well, if she says something like that, she put him in the bathtub, took her eye off of him. He drowned. She panicked. She threw him in the dumpster. Then it's just disposing of a body. And what's that carry? 10 years? Like I said, that girl's young. Even if you gave her 20 years, she's only 24 years old. She'd be out at 44. Sidekick says chat request a topic change. What? We changed the topic. We were talking one thing. Now we're talking about
We change it
Leilani.
every 2 minutes.
Yeah. What's up, Jamie?
I know a lot of people don't like the Leilani story. It's just a killer.
Look, you guys were talking about the Munchausen and the mean women and stuff, so I had to jump on and tell you this quick, sad, crazy story that actually happened in my life. We all know I have 5 kids. I live in a zoo, but my youngest 2, they're only 14 months apart. Well, my daughter, she was diagnosed with epilepsy at 10 months old. And when it all started, when it got really bad, my youngest was a newborn. So one of my neighbors, we had to call an ambulance one time. My daughter was like 16 months old, tops. And a neighbor of ours, really close friend, she had just had a baby as well, maybe like 4 months old. So when we were getting an ambulance, she had my older 2 kids and my baby. And we were in the hospital. It was going bad. Like, they didn't think my daughter was going to make it at all. So we was in there 17 days. Obviously, she didn't have my kids for 17 days. But 2 days after we got home from the hospital, she calls me. She's at the hospital freaking out. Her 5-month-old was having seizures. Well, that's what she told me, that her 5-month-old was having seizures, this, that, and the third. Well, then I find out that CPS gets involved. Come to find out that she had abused this baby. Baby had marks on her that were like 4 months old. So she'd been abusing the baby since the baby was like 3-4 weeks old.
Wow.
So this whole time, her knowing that like my daughter's like fighting for her life because she has seizures, and she's calling me, and I'm crying with her. You know what I mean? Tell me that she don't know what's going on. Her baby's having seizures, and they're at the hospital. I mean, it was just sickening that she could even call for you know what I mean? Like, knowing that she inflicted these things on her child. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's always horrible to find stuff out like that. Like, you work so hard with, a child with problems. You work so hard, and there's so many therapists, and you just bring them everywhere, and you work so hard at getting them healthy, and
Right,
then
and they fight for their
all of a
lives.
sudden you find out somebody is like abusing a normal child, and you're like, oh
Or
my
like the
God.
Munchausen, like creating problems for their kids. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I look at Tiff like an extension of me. Like, would I hurt my own self? I wouldn't hurt my own self. She's just another part of me. So I don't get how parents hurt their kids.
Because we don't think like that. So we'll never, everybody's like, well, why did they do that? We'll never be able to come up with a why.
Now, I took some ass whippings as a kid from my mom, but it was never, nothing I considered abuse. If I did something
Right.
wrong, I got my ass whipped,
See, me too. But at the same time, I've never whooped my kids. I have 5 kids, never.
I've never whipped my
But
kid either, but
I
I came
chose
from a
that.
generation where if you did something bad, you did something stupid, you called ass whipping.
That's right.
That ain't the era. We don't really live in that era anymore.
Yeah, I think my kids
You,
nowadays, they'd rather get an ass whooping than get their electronics taken away.
right?
For real.
Right. Look, you can either take a beating or you can lose the PlayStation 5. They're gonna be like, "Can I get beat?"
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the end of the world. It's abuse if I take the power cord of the Xbox.
Yeah, or the smartphones. Take up somebody's phone, they'll have a breakdown.
Or take the charger and watch them freak out as it starts to die. That's what I do.
There you go. That's a smart move.
Because you have it until it dies, but then you don't have it for a couple of days. You're grounded.
My shit's
yeah,
always dead.
Mine too, swears, because I sit up all night on these panels and listen and don't plug it in.
That's how I am. I forget to plug it in, and next thing you know, I got to use my phone. It's dead as shit.
Or my
So her
alarm doesn't go off because
so
it
your
dies.
friend's baby is alive, right? You
Yes,
see her
she is, but
survive.
she is, but I mean, obviously she also suffered shaken baby syndrome, so she had a couple broken ribs.
Lord.
I mean, just all kinds of nasty, nasty things. Well, she ended up getting out of prison, still would still pretty much swear to this day that she didn't do nothing. She got a tattoo of the baby's name and child abuse. It's just sickening, if you ask me. It's disgusting. And she had a few more kids, moved away to New York where her sister was. And now, actually, ironically, her sister has custody of all her kids. Except the one that was abused, the system took her. Thankfully, she's in a really good place. From the last I knew, it's been years. My daughter's now 14, so this has been 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's strange to me, but people do strange things, especially if they're not all there upstairs,
I think it's a control thing.
I don't know. I think the more
It's
the
like a
Munchausen
release
by
of bad
proxy, it's
energy that
more
shouldn't be
of a
released on
attention
children.
thing. It's like the mother needs attention, and they're using their kid to get that attention.
Yeah, and they do that in very different ways, but I think that's the worst way. It's like when she said, "Oh, well, I put the baby in the fridge to see if my husband noticed." Where do they
It's
do that?
insane too. Yeah, put the baby in the freezer.
Mhm.
Can you imagine
Insane.
coming home from work and your crazy wife's done put the baby in the freezer? Can you imagine that?
I mean,
You'd
I'm
be
a crazy
like, "Damn,
wife, but I
honey."
would never hurt my kids.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
About that shit.
she's
My
right
husband
about
said
that.
he seconds that, but yeah, I
Yeah.
could never. I'd go crazy if someone hurt one of my kids for sure.
I just
Yeah.
tell him don't tell him not to get a big deep freezer, and he's okay.
Oh my
I know
god.
I'd hurt him before I would my kids. I'm just being honest.
Oh my God. I remember once when my boy was doing running races and him and another boy crashed together. My boy went off into the bleachers. And I mean, he had the biggest black eye. It terrified me. I brought him to the hospital and everything.
See, that stuff makes me angry. I become
I was like so in shock that I couldn't even be angry.
See, one of my
I
oldest
was
boys, he
I
wrestled.
went to the school, they called me to come there, and I was like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" It looked like he was in a battle, like a war.
Oh my goodness.
It was so scary.
Oh yeah, stuff happens. I remember this one time I got off work. It was a Friday, and there was this pickup truck with a ladder in it, and I had to go in and drop off this bill, and I was just in a hurry to start my Friday. So I go in, I see the ladder, I duck under it, I go in, I drop off the bill, and I'm ready to start my Friday, right? So I come back out, and I done completely forgot about that ladder. So I walk past the truck, and I turn, walk, slam dead ass into this ladder, and it gets me right across my eye and splits my damn head open. Right, blacks my eye, cuts my head open. Now I'm
Oh my
bleeding.
God.
Right, I'm like, damn. I get the truck, blood's all. I'm like bloody. I'm like, damn. Right, but just I walk slam into a ladder sticking out the back of a truck.
Wow.
Just didn't
But
have
see,
my mind. Bam. I was like, ah.
I'm the mom that even when kids try and mess with my kids, I turn into like oranges in my color because then I want to start going off on these little kids, and I realize I can't. So then I want to go off on their parents because I feel like it's home training, and it's just a bad situation.
Well, remember, Jimmy, when I said I stand in the middle of the crosswalk and I just look at the oncoming cars and shake my head?
Yeah, that's what
Partially
gets you
that.
ran over.
Well, but I have
better
a
be
reason though
careful.
for it. Partially, it's because Shaylin was a baby in the stroller, and I'm in the middle of the darn crosswalk,
And someone
and we
almost
got
hit you.
hit. We got hit, and the
Oh,
wheel
no.
came off and rolled down the road really fast, really far. It was one of those double roll. And I was so happy though and relieved. She didn't even have a scratch on her, but I pulled and picked up the cart and turned like this, and it still hit us. But you know, the lady kept driving, and a van stopped and said I got the license plate. And then she came back, and she was a young college girl bawling her eyes out. You know, can I give you $50? Can I buy you a new stroller? And I'll never forget that. And so every time I'm crossing that intersection, I get a flashback of that. And so then when I'm walking there to Dairy Queen with my kids like a month and a half ago or whatever, and we're in the middle of the darn crosswalk, and the freaking car's coming like that, it just shocked me. I'm just like, yeah, you're right though.
Well, maybe you should learn to drive, Tina, and that way you don't have to cross
Right, I'd be
intersections on foot.
traumatized.
I don't want to drive.
I'd be traumatized for life, Tina. You're brave.
Yeah, I don't want to drive. I've had 2 permits, and I don't want to study the damn written again, and I just don't want to drive.
Do you know how to drive, Tina?
I had 2 permits, and I know how, but I mean, if I had to get in a car and do it, a stick shift might be kind of hard, but if I had to, yeah, I think I could. I've driven on a highway and everything, but I never got my license because I didn't feel I had enough lessons. And then I ended up moving to Iowa, living with my sister, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I still have my permits. I saved them. So
Have they ever said you couldn't drive because of your health conditions, or no? They've never said that?
No.
Nice.
No, that started in 1989, but it didn't get bad. You mean like my tremors and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't know the effect. Is it neurological or?
Yeah, it's, you know what it's caused from? You guys cannot believe me. I asked the neurologist. It's stress. That'll give you an idea of how much damn stress I've been through in my life.
Stress will make it come on worse.
Yeah, but you know, like, see, right now I've eaten some food and I'm sipping a soda. I'm okay. I'm not
and we're
all over the place. But
well, you guys, I have to get the kids ready for school. I just want to tell you guys that crazy story. I think about
all
it
right,
all the time.
Jamie.
Good night, Jamie.
I'll be
Yeah, you
listening
never forget things like that.
Oh no, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be listening from the back.
Just pray. Keep praying.
Yes.
Okay.
Jimmy's going to end the show.
Bye-bye.
I'm close. All right, later, Jamie. So, yeah, I'm close to ending. What I was going to say is I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to set up, like I said, Dolly's True Crime to Dolly 24/7. And I'm going to put the playlist together so that channel later today, probably this evening, I'll start streaming 24 hours a day. Okay. It'll have something playing there. Now, I won't be live there 24 hours a day, but my previous shows will be playing there live 24 hours a day. And I will make some in and out appearances over there. I appreciate you coming up, Tina. Short leg.
Yeah, that's a good. Can I ask you something really quick though? What made you think of that?
I have so many videos that, you know, as the channel grew, a lot of people didn't watch them. So now that the channel's bigger, more eyes on the videos, so y'all get to see some of that stuff y'all didn't see.
That's really smart. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, Lori.
All right, peace.
Bye-bye. Good morning.
Later, short legs. All right, so like I said, that'll take place sometime today, and then once it goes live, it'll continue to run live. Unless we have internet problems and it may go down, but as long as the internet's running, that channel should be running content. And like I said, I'll make like a couple of daily appearances there at certain times of the day. So that always give the turtles somewhere to chat with each other 24 hours a day. You can always just go to Dolly 24/7 if I ain't live, and chop it up, hang out with some of your turtle buddies or whatever the hell you want to do. But that way, that channel's getting used. Let's see how many creators copy your great idea. Well, let them do whatever they do. But we're going to run a 24/7 channel, and we're going to run, of course, my lives that we do. All right. And then once we do the lives, they'll jump over to the 24/7 channel. So, but more or less, it's this really, it'll be stuff you might have seen, might not have seen, but it'll always be a live chat. So we will always have a live chat going after today. Okay. So no matter what time you be like, hey, well, I wonder what they're doing in the live chat. Boom, the live chat will be there. Plus, like I said, they'll be playing content, true crime. If it ain't playing my stuff, it'll be playing true crime oriented stuff. Okay. Some, like I said, sometimes I'll be there discussing things. They're live. Sometimes I won't. So it's one of those. But I will see you guys later today. All right. And of course, me and PJ will be back to do a show. And if you ain't watched the last one, go over there, leave some comments because we're going to be giving some stuff away. So, and usually we do that to people that leave comments. So go drop some comments on that last video. Of course, I'll see you guys later today with me and PJ. And then, like I said, this evening, Dolly Vision 24/7, I'll go live. It may go live before then if I get to it. But depending on how long it takes me to put, because I think you can only stream 12 hours at a time. So I got to put a playlist together that'll last 12 hours. Okay. So I'll do that, and then we'll get the show popping and that channel running simultaneously. Okay. Love you guys. See you soon. Peace.